BeetBoyz Music.
Hi, Mr. Lyrics. Could you tell us how you got your rap name? I don't have no rap name.
I don't have no rap name.
Real name, no gimmicks. What's my name? Bryan with the lyrics. No, really, how'd you get your name?
I had another rap name.
Which was?
It was actually Ghost Rider, spelled really crazy. And it was actually Ghost Rider the illest. And at one point, the gentleman told me, you should change your rap name. Too many people go by the name Ghost Rider. It's not the best name for you. It's probably too cliche. Everybody got the comic book names. And I was like, okay. So I looked at people like Alicia Keys and Trey Songz. And I was like, I want a name like that, where it's me and then it's something I represent. And then I fumbled through names, and by the time I got the last few names, R.C. Erkendas and Jay Grace both decided that Bryan Lyrics would be the best name.
That's pretty cool.
As for the with her, that kind of snuck its way in. I was at an interview one day for this these people who do music, and they was like, yeah, what's your how'd you get your rap name? Same question. And I was like, well, it really ain't a rap name. I'm just Bryan with the lyrics. And they was like, oh. Then it turned to the song Rap Name. And then y'all pretty much just gave me Bryan with the lyrics from that point. I kind of like, when I did it with the rap name, I was like, let me just put the with it there and spell it, but spell it funny. And it's been there ever since.
Okay. So what made you start rapping?
I couldn't sing anymore. I used to draw a lot of pictures. Then eventually, like, I tried to get into School of the Arts. They didn't accept me. Somehow it just ruined me forever when it comes to drawing. And I started writing songs. And I started writing R&B songs and singing songs. And then puberty hit. And I started sounding like this.
Okay.
Rapping been there ever since.
Okay. So I noticed that you don't really talk about drugs and gangster stuff. And you don't use profanity. Growing up and listening to a lot of rap artists do that, did you think that would be a hindrance for you?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't, because when I started rapping like that, I never cussed in my lyrics. Not really. No, I never actually did it in my songs at all. But when it comes to the shooting and killing, I used to do that at one point. And then when I did it, one of my best friends at the time, their brother, the older brother who else was rapping, they said, if you're gonna talk about stuff like that, they will call you out on it. So you better be as real as possible when you make your music. So I started being real as possible. So I didn't think it hindered me, because I just thought I was being my real self, like they being their real selves.
Okay. So how have you been accepted in the Baltimore rap scene? You know how Baltimore is with the drama and the crime and the drugs and everything. So how have they accepted you and your more so positive or inspirational stories that you tell?
Well, they like it. I had to say it like that. They like it. They look at it like it's different. You know, the best part about it through my own eyes is that when I'm doing shows, and all we got is those trappy gangbangers, shoot 'em up bang bangs, and then you get me to come up there and say something inspiring, like make something out of nothing, and then it just makes the whole audience, it captivates the audience, because it's like, oh crap, something totally different. Not to mention I don't use the same type of beats that most people use, so it works for me. I think it would be my niche, because even in the industry, there's not so many people like me. So if it's going to make me or break me, it's either going to make me the biggest name in history, or it's going to make me stay where I am forever. I don't think there's no in between.
Yeah, I could see that. Now, being that you are an older rapper.
Thanks.
But no, seriously. People in the rap industry, it seems like they get started a little younger than you. How do you stay inspired to keep doing this, and what's your end goal?
Well, there's no inspiration. It's just like breathing for me. It's literally like breathing for me. If I don't write within a certain amount of time, I feel some kind of way. If I don't make a beat, if I don't get on the stage, if I don't do these things, I feel some kind of way. It's like it's needed for me at this point in time, and I hope the need never goes away. And it was the second half of the question. What was the second half of the question?
What's your end goal?
The end goal? Oh, just like everybody else. The sky's the limit, baby. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, me and Jay Grizz, we started this company. Like, we literally started a company at the age that we are right now. Not him. His birthday came. But in this time, and we literally want to be able to not clock into somebody's job. And we really want to be able to take these messages that we like, well, I say I because I'm the writer, but that I receive these messages that I think that the world needs to hear, and spread it as far as it needs to be spread. That's the goal. I mean, yeah, all right, riches would be fine, but I think more that I want y'all to be able to live your lives and find somebody's record that you can say that relates to you. I'm the average guy. I'm not your drug dealer, not your whole pimp. I'm not the dude just doing all these type of things that most people look at the other rappers to do. I ain't even your drug user. So there's so many things that these rappers are on the stages that we are not. So they need somebody that's saying the same thing that they live. Okay.
And I gotta wrap this up soon, but you mentioned the company, you mentioned Jay Grizz, you mentioned making beats. So you and Jay Grizz have formed BeetBoyz Musik, and you two are real life brothers, biological brothers, blood brothers. How is it working with your brother? And he's your big brother at that.
It's annoying. For the reason you just expressed. Yeah. Because he's my older brother, he always had a tendency to want to be like my father. Mm-hmm. It's like we had a father growing up, but he always had a tendency to, like, we're different kind of brothers. We grew up like twins, as my mom always said. We're only a year apart. He failed a year in school, like 2nd grade. So we pretty much went through our whole schooling together. So we was in the same classes every day, the same, you know, all that. We was together 24/7, and it gave us a closer bond. So, like I said, it's very annoying, but at the same time, we walk like the same person. We both had the same drive. We both had the same love. I do more than he does, like, musically, but he does more than I do street. You know what I mean? When it comes to, like, meeting people, talking to people, all that good stuff. So I think I answered your question by saying, yeah, we're definitely, it works as a team. It works as a team. My flaw, it's like a marriage. My flaws is his strong points. His strong points is me, and his. And vice versa. You got it. Vice versa. Yeah.
Well, tell us where we can find your beats. Tell us where we can find you, where we can find Jay Grizz. Tell us how the people can reach out to you guys.
Well, the universal place for the music, for the beats, for anything else like that is BeetBoyzMusik.com. BeetBoyzMusik.com. As for like Instagram and Twitters and all that, well, not Twitter on Jay, but Instagram and Facebook at Bryan Lyrics, at Jay Grizzly, that's Instagram, and Facebook is Herb Collins Jr. We're trying to get Facebook to get that back. But yeah, at Bryan Lyrics, at Jay Grizz, and that's where we are.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down and talk with me today. And people, you heard it. For more music, go to www.beatboyzmusic.com.
BeetBoyz Musik.